I'm Nigel Evans, Managing Director of Aptum. Aptum is a law firm that specialises in commercial disputes. We're experts in commercial litigation. We've been receiving lots of questions about the impact that COVID-19 is having on a business's commercial relationships. And I wanted to spend some time today to step through some practical ways of dealing with those problems. COVID-19 doesn't automatically change your contract. Don't presume that you can just not pay, not supply, not perform. What COVID-19 does though is it creates uncertainty around that performance. We didn't foresee what COVID-19 would do when we set about creating our contracts. And so we have nowhere to look when it comes to understanding how we behave when we have trouble performing. How do we behave when we have trouble supplying the things we're supposed to supply? How do we behave when we have trouble paying for the things that we've committed to paying? The second problem is the practical uncertainty. How do we deal with the circumstance where a business is required to pay and yet it can't? How do we deal with the circumstances where a business is required to supply and yet it practically can't? How do we deal with those circumstances when our usual resort to the enforcement mechanisms through the courts, through things like statutory demands, are also affected and delayed by the impact of COVID-19? Unfortunately, there's no easy answer to these problems. There's no general prescription. We need to be thinking about a general framework that allows us to work through the practical implications of these problems in a way that not only preserves our commercial relationships, but also protects our businesses. We need a framework that allows us to navigate performance and at the same time protect ourselves for the failure to perform. In this series of videos, we're going to step you through a practical framework that will help your business deal with the problems that COVID-19 is creating for your commercial relationships. To get immediate clarity on what your business is facing, contact Aptum.